So today I'm going to talk to you about living off-grid and how just because you live off-grid doesn't mean you need to live with nothing or like any of the things, like the modern day things that people enjoy. We live off-grid. We've had comments from people that are like, oh yeah, if you're off-grid, how are you on the internet? Or if you're off-grid, how do you have a TV? And I don't know, I feel like people just think because you're off-grid, you have nothing. And that's not true. When you're off-grid, you have way less bills. So that means you can have those things that you do want, actually. It makes it a little easier to afford the things that you do want. So I'm going to show you our off-grid setup and kind of like how I assume modern day off-grid homesteaders are, most of us. I feel like we're not the only ones who live like this. So yeah, anyway, again, completely off-grid, running on solar power only, and then the generator backup. So we have a TV. Believe it or not, we have a TV. I think it's 45-inch flat screen. So it's like LCD, energy efficient TV. But we don't run the TV all the time. We run the TV if the power's, like if there's lots of sun, and if we want to watch it at night, we have to turn the generator on, which means we have to use some gas. So we often don't run it unless the solar power is like charged up really good during the day, that we could run it at night. We have a PlayStation and we have satellite for the TV. So we have Shaw satellite, we have a PlayStation. We can watch movies on the PlayStation, or Jeremy can play games or something. We even decorate. We still can decorate our house. That, you know, that doesn't take any power or anything. We got a Christmas tree outside. Today we're going to put up a Christmas tree inside. We have some stockings over here. And Christmas lights. I don't know if you can see them, but like around the mirror there, there's Christmas lights, and they run all along here. And we can just plug them in off the solar. They run all up here and over this way. I mean, it's kind of random, but we just used what we had from our last place. We have a few more lights, but we didn't really want to run them all over. I don't really know how much power they take, but they just plug right in here to the inverter, not to the inverter, to the inverter. And so we turn the inverter on once the solar's all charged up.
And we're gonna put the Christmas tree in soon.
Yeah, we're gonna put the Christmas tree up today, aren't we? Yes. So anyway, we plug, and we also have a light. See this light fixture? This will light up this whole entire living room at night. And it's got one LED light bulb in it that's 13 watts. So we can turn that on, and these Christmas lights, and this whole room is lit up really, really bright. Like, we don't need any other lighting in here. This is, right now, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. It's very gloomy out, basically no sun, and look how lit up it is in here. It's because we have so many windows in this house. We have this big window over the fridge. Over the sink. Here's our main door. It's a full window in the middle of the door. And then we have this sliding patio door, which goes onto the deck. But next year, this deck will be an addition, and the patio door will be on the outside of the addition, and then this wall of the addition will be lots of windows. So it'll still be very, very bright.
I'm just showing now.
Okay, one sec, honey. For heat source, we have this. This is our only source of heat right now. One day, when the finances are there, we will get backup propane heat. But for now, all we have is the wood cook stove. It is amazing, though. It is so good, and it's an airtight stove. It heats this place like it's almost too much. Like, we have to open our windows most of the time. So even next year, when we open up this and the whole deck becomes part of the house, it'll be 1,000 square feet, the house. And then we're going to rip out this wall. That's why we haven't put any siding or anything on it. Well, we haven't put much on many of the walls, but we're going to rip this wall out, and a portion of this side of the wall here is going to come out, and then we're going to turn the stove so that it heats the whole area. And this stove is good to heat up to between 1,500 and 2,000 square feet. So there'll still be lots of space. So on here, I have snow boiling. So every morning, I go and collect some snow, now that we have snow. And I'll sit it on here, and it'll melt within a couple hours or less. And I'll use it for dishes. So my sink is full of dishes because we were out last night doing Christmas shopping. When we got home, we didn't have a chance to get to the water hole because it's late. It was pretty late and I didn't want to go to the water hole. And we're running low on water. So my sink is full. I have a really nice kitchen sink. I got that secondhand. There's no running water to it, no, but the drain pipes are all connected. So I'm going to, like I showed you, I'm going to boil that water. I'm going to pour it in my sink, do my dishes, put them over that side to dry, and then pull the plug and it'll drain right through to the septic. Over here, I have a very good new oven. We bought it in an off-grid store. This is a propane oven cooktop. So we can cook all our food in the oven. It's a big oven. So that again requires no power. It runs by battery and propane. So we're fully off grid with that, with everything in this house. I'm just showing you all the different options that we have. Like when you're off grid, there's just so many other things, you know, that you can use. You don't need to be connected to the grid. You don't need a power source. Yes, that pretty angel. I'll show it in just one moment. Here's our kettle. We boil for coffees in the morning. And this is our toaster. Toasters require a lot of power, so we found this in I think the camping section of Canadian Tire, and you just put your toast piece here and put it right over the burner, turn the burner on, and it makes really awesome toast. So I mean, we live like normal people. We have our coffee, our toast. We can fully cook any meal that anyone else can cook on our propane oven instead of an electric oven or stovetop and oven. That's a really big oven in there. I can cook a full roast in there. I've done it before. Full turkey. We have for Christmas, you know, we've got Christmas decorations up. We've got cupboards. I'll show you here. These are my kitchen cupboards. These aren't attached to the wall yet because, like I said, next year we're opening up the addition, which means that in here is going to change as well. It'll be fully only a kitchen instead of a kitchen and living room. So I have nice cupboards, a countertop Jeremy put up. I mean, a lot of it's temporary until next year. That one's up on the wall permanently because I think that'll stay there. These are our water sources for drinking water. So we have this sitting on the counter. We have another one of them in the bathroom to wash our hands with. This here is amazing. This is a solar fridge that runs off 50 watts. Okay, Sam wants to show you something. What's that, honey?
It's an angel.
That the angel for the top of the tree? You picked it out yesterday? So before we moved here, I got rid of our fake tree because I thought every year we're going to have a real tree here now that we own 70 acres and can just cut down our own tree. Well, with this little wood stove, and it gets so stinking hot in here, the tree would be dead in like a day. So we had to go buy another fake tree, and Sam picked out the angel for the top of it because we didn't have one before. We had a star and it broke. See, look, we even bake cookies. We do normal baking, everyday things.
And I'm going to show you my toys.
Okay. Okay. So here's our fridge. Works awesome. 50 watts. That's it for this solar powered fridge. And Jeremy has it all run like with wires all the way connected right to the batteries over here. In the bathroom. Every room has these light switches, which we thought were great at first, but now we don't really care for them because the batteries die so quick. So that's the light switch. Every room, it does light up the room pretty good, but the batteries have been dying so quick in them that we're just, I don't know, I don't like it nearly as much as I thought I would. So we're coming into the bathroom. Now we have a very good quality toilet. I bought this brand new when we built this part. So because we don't have running water, we need to pump our water into the back of the toilet in order to flush it, but it will flush like a normal toilet. We just have to pump the water into it. Just wait 1 second, please. So we have a bucket here, and then we pump it here. It goes right into the back of the toilet, and then you can press. It's got the pee or poop button. I swear they do the exact same thing, so we always just press the blue one, and then flush the toilet like a normal toilet. So that's really awesome.
And also,
we got a little cabinet up here which has some towels in it because it's right by the shower. And then here's my washing machine. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to. So this is it's a off-grid, well, maybe not off-grid, I don't know. It's a washer alternative is what it's called. So it's a washing machine and it does your laundry. It's just small load. I've been told I can pour my own water into it since we don't have running water yet. So we'll see. Anyways, I'm going to plug it into the generator, pour my water in it, and then drain it into the bathtub.
Hello?
So we also bought this bathtub brand new when we built the house. So what we do in here, since we don't have running water, is we bought this pump. We've shown it before in other videos, but this is an amazing setup, this pump. And then up here is the shower head. This feels like a real shower. Like you would not know the difference. The pressure is excellent. So this bottom part, just one sec, sweetheart. This bottom part goes into a bucket. You turn it on, it sucks the water up it, and then comes out here. We heat the water on the wood stove or on the propane oven. And then it's like a perfectly good shower, like a real shower. Like it does not feel different. It's really awesome.
I want to show you something.
Okay, sweetheart.
Too.
Yeah.
I got this first.
She got that from Nan and Papa for Christmas. She picked it out. They sent some money because they live far away, and she bought it yesterday. She's very excited. So here's our setup in the kitchen, the bathroom sink. So we just turn this on, and we can wash our hands. Got soap. We use soap and water. Brush our teeth like normal people. So instead of turning that tap on, until next year, we will have running water. We'll have a well next year, but we've been doing this whole thing ourselves, you know, and we didn't want to get in debt with it. We didn't want to take out a mortgage, so we've been doing it, just wait, honey, one step at a time, with the money we had available. So well wasn't in that money this year. But like I said, we have a natural spring just down the road, so we collect our water from there, wash our hands, brush our teeth, do whatever we need to do. Oh my land, a whole bunch of snow just fell off the roof. That was really loud.
And I want to show you something else because I have lots of things to show you.
Okay, show them your dolly that came with your horsey. Yes, that's your
So,
dolly.
this came with my horsey, and I have two more things to show you, but I think I can't show you the carrot that
We have to find it.
comes with the horsey.
Yeah. So we got our mirror in the bathroom. Right here, that's our towel holder for now, but yesterday while we were out shopping, we bought ourselves a new towel holder from Bass Pro, which we'll be putting up. That's our Christmas present. So we'll be putting that up, and it'll be a little better than just that one little towel holder.
This hat.
That's a hat that goes on your Barbie, yeah.
Yes.
So down there's all the plumbing for the sink. Toothbrushes, and all sorts of good stuff. So
And this bucket comes with the horse, and this brush comes with the horse, and this cup.
So like I said, every room has those light switches that I showed you. Here, we'll go into Sam's room. Yeah, we just woke up, so she hasn't made her bed or anything yet. But anyway, this light switch here is the one right beside her bed. So she can just turn this on, and it'll light up the room enough for her to get in and out of bed if she gets up in the morning and wants the light on because it's still a little bit dark or whatever. Good girl, making your bed. But we also have like 2 windows in her room, clearly. This was supposed to be 2 bedrooms, but we just decided to leave it as one. So she has 2 windows, so when they're both open, it brightens this place up. You don't need light during the day, that's for sure. Sam, can you turn off your flashlight down there? We also have these little lanterns that we carry around to all the rooms. So like I said, those light switches on the wall, a couple of them, the batteries are dying really quick. Sam's is actually still in pretty good condition. But we have these lanterns. Just a second. We have these lanterns that we use. Do you give it to me? We have these lanterns that we use, and it's battery powered. Just flick it on, and you can carry it around to any of the rooms, and it'll light up the room really good too. So what else is there? Oh, internet. We have internet, which runs off the inverter. It's over here. So here's our little internet thing, and it's plugged right into the inverter, and we can turn it on and off as we use it. Right now the inverter's not on because it's still morning. We just finished our coffee, and we're gonna have a bunch of cleanup to do, so we don't really need the internet on. But when we want to use it, we just come over here, turn the inverter on, and it'll run the internet, so wireless throughout the house, which is really awesome. So if you're interested in living off-grid or want to know more about living off-grid, send us a message, and know that it doesn't have to be impossible. Living off-grid, it takes some getting used to at first. Like I had a hard time at first with no running water. That was one thing I struggled with, but then we found little ways to make it convenient. Like we bought that shower head thing that I showed you. That thing made showering so great that it feels like you're in a real shower. We bought the water jug, so you can just put your hands under the tap. Once we had our tap set up in here, which took some time, but once we had the tap set up, or the sinks I mean set up, and then that water jug where you can wash your hands, set up a normal mirror, the kitchen sink that I can just pour my water in and do my dishes and then drain it. It really makes a huge difference. So you can save money in areas that you don't have a heat bill coming in every month because you're using wood. You don't have electricity bill every month because you have solar panels. You don't have, your heat, your power, your water and sewer because we're collecting water down the street. We have our own well, and even next year we'll have our own, we have our own septic, and next year we'll even have our own well. So you just save a lot of money every month on those bills. And we bought far out in the middle of nowhere, so property taxes are really cheap too, which is awesome. So if you're able to find the right spot that doesn't cost a lot of money to live and live off grid, you can really save a lot of money, and then you have extra money to spend on things that you enjoy.